Hi, thank you for watching the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello. I hope that you all are doing well today on this beautiful Saturday. It was, is still an amazing day weather-wise. So I wanted to come on, and I hope some of you are here, and I hope that you're able to watch the broadcast, but I wanted to come on and share with you real quick. So thank you for watching the broadcast on Instagram, and thank you for watching on Facebook. So I went live earlier today, so on Periscope, but I did not go live on these two other platforms. So thank you for watching. And give me 1 second. I just want to make one more change real quick. Thank you for watching, you all. Thank you for joining in. So today's broadcast is basically what I am asking you is, are you managing your home ownership now that you are a homeowner? And I don't care if I sold you the home or not. If you are a homeowner, I am just asking you if you are managing home ownership or if it's managing you. So there are a few ways to know whether or not it is one way or the other. So for those of you that don't know who I am and you're just joining in on the broadcast, my name is Monica Guy. I am a realtor in Houston, Texas with Remax Real Estate Associates, and people hire me to help them buy, sell, or rent their homes. So I just wanted to share something with you all just because when I got my first home, basically we ended up getting the home and we had to replace the electrical, the plumbing. Really didn't know a whole lot about what kind of things needed to be done about home ownership. We bought the house. The person that helped us buy the house helped us buy the house, and we never saw that realtor again. Never saw her again. No card in the mail, no follow-up phone call. Email was still fairly new, so there could have been an email if we were email users back then, but back then email was still fairly new. It was still like AOL, and some people had AOL accounts and that kind of stuff. So I think I'm showing my age to some of you, but we really didn't know a whole lot about owning a home. This is when I was with my ex. And some of it was we were just too proud to ask for help, ask for certain, we were just too proud. So we used what I call point number one, which is on your 3 ways to know whether or not you're managing home ownership or if it's managing you. The first point is, are you using the learn as you go method? So if you were using the learn as you go method, this is what I wanted to explain to you. And you may be one of them. So there is a book out, or a book that I read, and it talks to you about the house telling you where things should go and what it wants, you to do. And since I've read that book, I kind of agree with that theory, because normally what happens is your house will tell you when it needs a repair, when something breaks, and it usually is not convenient when something breaks. So in that old house that I had, I remember my fridge went out. The refrigerator went out right after I bought groceries, right after I went grocery shopping. I think it was like on a Sunday night. It was very inconvenient. Anyway, so that happened. There was another time when the dryer broke, so I had to go out and get a new dryer. And I'm not saying that these things aren't going to happen when you own a home, but usually things happen because you are a homeowner, and it comes with being a homeowner. Another thing, was, you learn as you go. I ended up having my house robbed right after my baby shower when I was pregnant with my daughter. So I didn't really know what to do, how to go about it. The shock of having something like that hit. I just did not have a plan. There wasn't a plan. It was just a bunch of life lessons that happened because I was a homeowner, and these kind of things happen. And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen if you are not a homeowner. You know, any home is a home. You could be in an apartment, you know, you can be in a townhouse, you can be in a house, you know, any, you know, or it doesn't matter. Things like that happen when it comes to, you know, living, you know, having a home. And to keep in mind that I'm using the word home, not house. So home ownership. So anyway, so if you're using the learn as you go method, then your home is managing you. It's not happening on your schedule. These things are not happening on your schedule. So the second point is you may have a system for home management, but your system might be flawed. And so the reason why I'm bringing that up is because some of you may have a lawn service, or you may have like a cleaning person, or a pest control service. So you have systems in place and they might be working, but there still is a flaw to the system. And the reason why I'm bringing that up to you is because you have to keep in mind that who determined the schedule? Did the person that's doing the work, that you know, that's doing this lawn maintenance schedule or the cleaning schedule, who set up the schedule? Are they on your schedule when it's convenient for you, or did they set up a schedule that works with their business? And I'm not saying that it shouldn't be on their business. I'm just saying that you are, you know, that the system is flawed, but it's not your actual system that you've created for your home, for your individual home. It's whatever system that they have for their business, and that's just how it is. So the thing is like, you might say, okay, well, I'm happy with the way things are going though. I mean, they take care of my yard, my house is clean. That is all great. Those tasks are getting done, but not everything that comes with owning a home, owning a house, I'm using house now, is getting done. So the question that I'm going to ask you is, when are things getting inspected? So when you look, and if you have ever lived in an apartment, then this might be a good example to you. Your apartment complex will notify you when they're going to be coming in to inspect for pest control. If you've ever lived in an apartment long enough, then that will happen. So there is a scheduled plan in place for those kind of, you know, for an apartment complex or something like that, but you don't have that same plan in place for your home. Do you have a pest control service where they're automatically doing this? But are you checking the home or inspecting the home for other things that are required when you have a home? And do you know what those things are? So your system is flawed because, you know, today I actually said this phrase, and I think we hear it a lot. You don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know to ask certain questions, you're not going to ask them. If you don't know anything about pest control, or if you don't know anything about a foundation, or if you don't know anything about roofing, you are not going to know the questions that you should be asking. You are not going to know the schedule, the maintenance schedule that comes with that. So that's where I'm saying that your home may be managing you. You may not be managing home ownership. The third thing that I want to touch on is, are you handy? That's the third thing. Are you handy? If you are handy, then you more than likely have a honey-do list. That's what we call honey-do. You may have a to-do list of chores or jobs that need to be done around the house because you know that there's certain repairs that need to be made and you have just got to get around to doing it. The same way some of our homeowners like to garden, and they know to pull weeds out in the you know, in their garden, their flower bed. They pull their weeds and then they replant or whatever. So you may be consistent in doing that, But there are other aspects to owning the home and being handy, that you need to be taken care of. So like, for example, and I'm just going to give you this as an example. So if your yard person, I'm sorry, not your yard person. If your cleaning person is taking care of the cleaning, and she's cleaning the bathtub every time she comes in, and she bleaches out the bathtub for you, or and she does a fantastic job, you are happy with that. But you already know that you have to jiggle the handle a little bit when you flush the toilet, because if not, the toilet will run. Okay, you just haven't gotten around to doing that job. You don't call in the plumber to do that. You know how to do it, you just haven't gotten around to it. So now you're paying a little bit extra in water those few times that people have flushed the toilet and forgotten to jiggle the handle. And your cleaning lady, because she has bleached that caulk out so well, you're not noticing that it turns black, or you're not noticing that it needs to be replaced, that it's turning black because some of the caulking has lifted up or whatever, and so you haven't replaced that caulking. You probably know how to replace the caulking, but when are you scheduling the inspection? When are you scheduling the time to look at the caulk? So you might be handy, but you have so many different tasks to do as a homeowner that some of the smaller things will slip past you, and some of the bigger things are going to tell you, your house is going to tell you when it's time to replace them. So that's why, for me, I created a guide, because there were too many things. Yes, I was handy. Yes, I was able, I was able to paint. Yes, I'm able to caulk. The system was flawed. And so, of course, when I got remarried, there were other things that my husband could do. And, but, I decided that I had to create a system that worked for me as a homeowner, and I have created a guide. If you are interested in getting the guide, then go to bit.ly/eHomeKit. That's bit.ly/eHomeKit. And for a small investment of $15, you'll know what to do and when. I have a schedule that has been created for you to use. I created it for myself, and it works. It works for me. I would not be giving something to you unless I used it myself. It worked. I had to implement it. For $15, you can purchase the kit. It has a fillable, it is a fillable PDF. So it's a PDF version. It's fillable. For those of you that like to go paperless, then it's fillable. But if you want to print it out, you can use it. But for a $15 investment, I want you to think about this. When you bought your house, you had a down payment or closing costs. So the largest investment that you've made so far is a home. The largest investment that you've made so far has been to own a home. And you can make a $15 investment to learn how to maintain or properly maintain, what I refer to as properly maintain your home. So when you look at those two, your down payment and your closing costs, those were significantly higher for the bank to decide to invest in your home. So for a $15 investment, then you are actually, for not making that $15 investment, you are taking a risk, okay? Your home warranty. If your house came with a home warranty, that home warranty was more than $15. So you've invested in a home warranty, or the seller invested on your behalf for a home warranty for you to be able to maintain the biggest investment that you made. But now for $15, you can learn how to use your home warranty with that investment that you just made. Your home insurance. Your home insurance costs more than $15. That is to protect your home. You can learn how to use your home insurance as well. I'm not saying that you don't know how to use your home insurance. I'm just saying I learned how to use mine when I got robbed, and that was, that was a crash course. So for a $15 investment, you'll have a better understanding on what you need to, or better understanding on how to use your home warranty and how to use your home insurance. Actually, my ex, his mother-in-law, her house burned down. So there are things in this kit that are going to help you with home ownership. And like I said, it is a fillable PDF, so if you don't want to have the paper system, I strongly suggest that you do keep a PDF version if you print out the paper system so that you can have a backup, okay? It explains what documents what certain documents, it explains what to do with those documents and more. The guide, you can get the guide at bit.ly/eHomeKit. I'm going to repeat it one more time, bit.ly/eHomeKit. And I'm just going to, like I said, I know someone that their house burned down. I mean, that was a huge, huge, investment that was made into a home. And I think it's important that you all know what to do when you do have a home. I think, and I use the analogy, I'm going to use this comparison. When I learned how to drive, I got on the road and I drove and everything was fine. We have car insurance, you have your proof of insurance in your car, you have a driver's license, you have your registration sticker, you have your inspection sticker on your car, everything's in working order. You do everything that you are supposed to do to drive a car, right? I mean, I'm just putting it out there just for the analogy. You do everything that you're supposed to do when you learn how to drive a car. But I can promise you this, what happened to me and most car owners or most drivers, you never really know what to do when you get into a car accident until you actually get into your first accident. And so that's why I created this, because I've had my house robbed. I've had to replace electrical. I've had to replace plumbing. I've had to replace windows. I have had to do a ton of stuff. I've had to do foundation repair. I've had to replace a roof. I've had to do a lot of different things that come with owning a home. So why not put it in a format that works? Why not create something that works? Now, you are more than welcome, because I already had some people tell me, oh, well, for $15, well, I can go and look on, I can go look for a maintenance schedule. You sure can, and you are more than welcome to. And I can tell you this, that nobody has put it together the way I have put it together for you. And for $15, and I'm just going to tell you, I don't work for free. I do not work for free, and I put a lot of work into this kit. So for $15, I put it together for you, and it's available to you. So if you feel like you can do a better job, then by all means, you are more than welcome to do so. But, like I said, I actually own a home. This is my third time around being in a home. And then I also have an investment property. I mean, there's repairs that you're going to have to do. There's certain paperwork that you're going to need to know what to use, when to get it, that kind of stuff. So that's what I've made it for. I've made it for you all. And if you don't want to use it for yourself, then that's okay. If you decide that you want to try and do it on your own, then please do. Please do. But for $15, I mean, it's basically a meal. You can go out to eat, or you can spend $15 and know how to maintain your home. You can go and figure it out yourself, and you can come up with your own plan, but I've already done it for you. So again, I've like I said, some of you have bought your homes. You may not have seen your realtor again, but I want to make sure that the purchase that you've made, the money that you are paying every month to get, to maintain your home, to keep your home, that it's not being done in vain. So if you have not shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast, because if this is not for you, you might know someone who can benefit from it. And so that's why I always ask you all to share the broadcast. if you are liking or showing any kind of reaction like hearts or smiling, then that lets me know if I'm doing a good job. So I do appreciate your doing that. But again, if you don't mind, check it out, bit.ly/eHomeKit. So that is pretty much it. I am going to be talking about this for a few more times to share it with you, but I think it is a great gift to any new homeowner. So you're more than welcome to purchase it for them if you're not going to purchase it for yourself. And I will be checking in with you all again soon. So take care, enjoy your weekend, and do not forget to set your clocks. It is fall, so we will be fall. Is it fall forward, fall back? Anyway, set your clocks. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.